Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys all doing? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games, and thanks for dropping back in. Hello and welcome to our channel if you're new. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Help us keep growing our channel, please. Alright, we're finally going to begin DLC number 2. But before starting that, I want to do a few things. Last time we had created our armor for our Inquisitor, and I realized I made a few mistakes. That's why we're back here once more, and we have to work on it once again. Alright, let me take a moment here to set up. Alright, everything's looking good, I think.
Mix and match, pick your batch.
This ought to be ready. Alright, just to be sure, I did not craft any new stuff, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, good. That's exactly where we want to be. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and make my weapon first. We are going for a Blade of Tidarian. This will have the +5 on hit. Where is it? Where is our Fade-touched Fustian? Here we go. So put this thing on. We are going to go with the optimal fire-based damage off of this. The reason why we don't choose the electricity-based one is simple. Well, there isn't really anything that we can use except for this Veil Quartz. But I want you guys to notice that this thing does require a hefty investment, especially with Veil Quartz. We don't have enough of that material right now. That's why we don't use it. Instead, we will invest our stock of Dragon Bone. So put that in there. And then now here's the critical part. Last time I think we focused on a few other things. I don't remember exactly which ones, but hear me out. We're going to increase our critical damage bonus as high as it can go. You might think, I should use the Craggy Skin or, where is it? The Lurker Skills. This one, it doesn't matter which you go for because ultimately we don't have any tier 4 materials that will increase our crit damage that high. I think there might be something. Well, even if there was, I have no idea. So instead, we have more Lurker Skills, so we're going to go with that one. That's an even 36%. Now for this one, we want to increase our attack percentage as high as we can. That is most likely going to come from... Where is it? It's probably going to come from the Stormheart, or... Is there anything higher than that? The Ice Dragon Bone. That one's kind of iffy. If you absolutely want to go for the highest rating, then of course use the Ice Dragon Bone. And then we'll take another boost to our crit damage here. That'll give us, what? 78%, I think? I don't think there's anything else around here that can give us a higher boost. Yeah, so it's most likely going to be this right here, 78%. That seems to match what I had on my previous Inquisitor. I'll have to load back up another save and compare in a bit. But this is the kind of build I'm going to go for. Our weapon. It's extremely powerful with a lot of high DPS ratings. Next up, our armor. If you're looking to go for the best all-around armor schematic, that's going to be the Superior Battle Mage armor. Instead, if you don't like that, I think you could also go the Superb Antom Sar route. I mean, it's okay. I don't like the look of it, though. In fact, it looks very bizarre once you have fixed it up completely. But if you want to go down this route, I recommend taking this right here. Add more hidden blades. As for your armor rating, I think you'll get the highest at around 231. Let's try 231 with the dragon webbing or the Avar Twill. If you can, go for Avar Twill. I think you could probably... Well, I guess it's probably a little too late to farm for any more Avar Twill. Oh, maybe go down that route and then pick up as much dexterity as you possibly can. We got a 21 there. An 18, 21. Not enough for that. So it's either... Actually, no. You could also pick up an extra 24 dexterity. Let's see how that looks like. And then we want even more dexterity on this. Alright, so the highest we can get is what? 38. Yeah, that'll have to do. So 38 here, and then for the metal, I mean, more strength is fine, but since we're also transferring this armor set to what's-his-face, Dorian, you'll likely want whatever increases your constitution. In that case, what increases our constitution the most? I think I saw a 12, a 16. Yeah, so this is probably going to be the best looking, I mean, well, not cosmetically, but in terms of stats, this is probably the best looking Antom Sar that you can possibly get. It's not what I would go for because I just don't like the look of it. Yeah, we're not going to continue with this. Instead, let me find the Superior Battle Mage armor. This is the one I would go for. You put your ring velvet on, and then over here, 269, 269. Well, since we don't have very much of the silken nether cloth, I'm going to avoid using that. You could probably throw on the dragon webbing, if that's what you prefer. or just use whatever you have the most of. We'll try going for the dragon webbing, and then over here we want more dexterity. Ignore the other ones. Dexterity is how we improve our crit damage, which we want as much as possible. So let's throw that on. And then over here, more crit, more crit damage, meaning we will likely choose 15, 15, 15, 18. All right, we got 18. Do we have anything better than 18? 19. That's an odd number, but 19 is probably going to be the best one. And over here, we want maximum health, as high as our health can go. And that's likely going to be this option. Now we're going to go ahead and confirm. And also, don't forget about the attachments. We want the Battle Mage Armor Arms. And again, we want Dexterity. It's as much Dexterity as you can possibly put in. Although if you want to balance it out, maybe don't use Dexterity. But this is what I'm mainly going for. And there isn't really much else you can do with this. So in my case, since we do have a character that has a siphon health on death, siphon health on death, let's go ahead and increase our health bonuses. Or not health bonuses, but heal bonuses. Let's see. Heal bonus of 10. Oh, heal bonus of 12. In that case, let's go for a heal bonus of 12. That's good. And then what about the legs? Same thing, more dexterity. And also, where is our heal bonus? Perfect. Now let me just go ahead and dupe these armor and leg pieces. I didn't make a helmet yet though, but we'll do that in just a moment. So yeah, we're going to stick these in here so we can dupe them. Same thing goes for this. So we need 3 items. Is this one? No. This is the one. So we'll dupe that. And we'll dupe these two. And if everything was done correctly, we should have an extra one of these. And then let me go ahead and modify this armor. We're not using that one, we're using this one. There go the arms and the legs, and You know what? That looks very familiar. That looks almost like the armor that I was using on my other character. I don't really like the bright blue.
Where's my other hand? Right there.
So let me go ahead and see if I can tint the blue. This is how you tint your armor. You can't change the actual look of it, but you can change the color. So go over to this table. You'll be able to tint your armor by using just one material. No, it's not free. You must sacrifice one item in order to tint each individual piece. So if you don't like, well, this thing you can't really change. Notice how the colors stay the same? Since the colors stay the same, that can be changed, but the leather portion can be changed by using this option here. So if you prefer the reddish color, or even a blackish leather color, just pick and choose the one that you want. And keep in mind, this does use up one of your resources, so try not to sacrifice any valuable leather pieces that you don't want to get rid of. Which one should we use? The ram leather doesn't look fancy enough. I mean, we could go with the wyvern scales. I just want something that looks good alongside our chest piece. Oh, that's another thing. Last time we had, like, what? Some sort of purplish metal, I think? I think it was the Navarite or something. Yeah, it was a Navarite and some sort of bluish, grayish material. I think it was either one of these. Can't quite remember which one we used. But if you prefer not to dye your stuff, that's fine too. I know the ice dragon hide is like some of the most valuable stuff around, but I am not fond of the color. Let's see, what kind of color did we use for our original suit for this one? Sort of like a dark brownish look. Is that it, the bear hide? Yeah, I think it was the bear hide. So we've been rocking bear hide the entire game, huh? I mean, we could rock dragon scales. Or the dragonling scales, that's not too bad either. I'm trying to see what matches well with our getup. This one's not too bad. I like the kind of like the grayish blue look there. This one's not that far off from the ice dragon hide. But you know what? I think maybe we're overthinking it too much. Let's just leave it as is with all the rare materials. And then over here, I need to make that new helmet. Let's see. Which one are we going for? for the best helmet, we want the Superior Skirmisher hat schematic. That's the one. Now for this one, we want the highest possible armor rating, which is probably going to be 37. Yeah, that looks fine. 37 here, and then we want just as much dexterity as possible. We have an 18, 18, 20. Let's go with the 20. This is going to use up the rest of our Ice Dragon hide, and I don't think there's any other way to get more. Good enough for me. Now a few other things that we need to dupe. I need that sigil of the Great Tusket. No, not that one. Or was it the Great Bear? Maybe I'm misremembering. That's the one. We'll take one of those. I need to dupe the hat. We'll throw that in there. We'll throw that in there as well. Where is that sigil? Or no, the Great. No, that's the one. Let's pull that out. Alright, so there's our hat. Oh, and yeah, we also need a superior or a superb lightning rune. And that should be it. Okay, with that in hand, here's our best weapon. In goes... Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't dupe this right. Also, since we're here, let me pull out the extra cap for Dorian. The armor. That's not the one. There it is. And also the extra arms and leg pieces. All of that will be for Dorian. And then lastly, whoops, wrong one. I'm not too concerned about the other two characters. I think they're doing just fine. If we need to make more later, we can do that. But right now, I think I like where they're at. It's Dorian, really, that has the biggest issue of staying alive. Cassandra can stay alive, provided we back her up. Same thing goes for... What's-his-face, Varric. And there we go. Now, I like this combination a bit better because the rune, that one is lightning. So whenever we're attacking without using our weapon, it's going to inflict lightning damage versus this one where it always inflicts fire damage. And fire damage tends to get resisted more often. And now we can start using this thing. Now for Dorian. We don't really want to worry about his armor. I mean, his weapon, I mean. But he's going to get access to this. And the special new cap. And then we're just going to modify his armor as well as our own. We need this thing. And then for Dorian, here you go. We are no longer using this thing. Instead, we are going for this one. Put that on. Put that on. And, oh wait, I forgot. You need an extra sigil. No matter, we can just remove this one. And there we go. Perfect. That looks amazing. He probably won't hit as hard as our Inquisitor, but this should be amazing. Let's go ahead and stash everything away, and then we will begin the DLC after I take a moment to test out our new equipment. The Master Cooldown Amulet. I don't know if we have to give that to anyone. Put that away in case we still need it. Does anyone on our team need it? Oh wait, I forgot something. Over here, I'm going to go ahead and take out crit damage bonus ring. This is to help ensure that we continue inflicting the highest of crit damage possible. And we're going to replace the Ring of Slicing. This thing doesn't do as much crit damage as this one over here. This one doubles our output. So, the Ring of Doubt, the Superb Ring of Crit Damage, use the Superior Belt of Superior Belt of Focus, and also the Andraste Sacrifice. I thought I had a better belt for increasing our focus. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I guess not yet. That's fine. Alright, in that case, who else needs that other necklace? No, we keep that on. Maybe it's Dorian? His necklace, we use the Amulet of Renewal. That's fine. So who is it that needs it? Is it Varric? No, I don't think it is. In either case, let's put it away. Put away these. And the rest we can sell. All right then. Now we can get rid of everything, and then we will start DLC number 2.
My Lady Inquisitor, how gratifying to see you.
It's been a bit of a wait, but we are ready. Let's get rid of these. And these as well. As far as these are concerned, I don't know if we need to keep anything. I'm just going to toss all these.
Your efforts to restore our good fortune, Inquisitor.
I'm going to have a look at our requisition table before we head off. And then after we do that, we can rush back to the operations table. Yeah, weird. I don't seem to have any decorative gems. No idea how we're supposed to complete this then. Oh well, not important. Let's get started with DLC number 2. DLC number 2 is going to be weird. As you'll soon see. Let me go ahead and make a save. Let us go. Over here at the Disaster in the Deep Roads, you need 16 points of power. The Inquisition has received an urgent request for aid from Orzammar. A subterranean earthquake has collapsed one of their lyrium mines and endangered several others. Even worse, tunnel seals preventing Darkspawn from overrunning the Dwarven-occupied deep roads have crumbled, allowing hordes of the enemy to invade. Orzammar is a key provider of the Inquisition's lyrium supplies, and as such, its security is a top priority. The earthquake opened a fissure in the Storm Coast Mountains, granting direct access from the surface to the threatened region underground. Constructing a mining lift at the fissure site will permit the Inquisition to transport forces directly to where Darkspawn fighting is fiercest. I don't think it matters who we send out. Let's build that mining lift. A construction team arrived in the Storm Coast Mountains and set up a mining lift to transport Inquisition forces from the earthquake fissures opening down into the deep roads. A report sent by messenger bird, Inquisitor. The mining lift in the Storm Coast Mountains will be finished by the time you get here. Anyone going into the deep road should dress accordingly. Don't skimp on the armor and bring the best weapons in Skyhold's arsenal. I also recommend packing plenty of dry rations. Most things down there will be looking to eat the Inquisition, not the other way around. Let us go. We're gonna bring our usual 3.
Inquisitor, the workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No Darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
Josephine's report mentions several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
So you haven't seen any Darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you. Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
This reminds me of a story.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King, really?
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the deep roads.
Is it me, or is this the slowest lift ever constructed?
It's better than climbing down.
I could do with some music. Something with a flute.
We should be wary of raw lyrium.
I'm more worried about finding Darkspawn.
Neither is a pleasing prospect.
Navrik, your names will not be forgotten.
You must be Shaper Volta.
A trustful Inquisitor. The Shaper it welcomes you to the deep roads.
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Gotta love real dwarves.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
A difficult task.
My ambassador briefed me, but now I hear there are still more quakes?
Each new tremor opens another fissure in the deep roads. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold. The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the Darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
What will happen if we lose more lyrium mines?
The surface needs lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzamar's economy relies on the lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
Orzammar deals with Darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid. Any threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
I've read about the Legion of the Dead. Dwarves who fight Darkspawn in service to Orzammar. They commit their lives to the cause, and celebrate their own funerals before entering the deep roads.
No matter their sins in life, the Legion die noble deaths.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Apologies for pushing you. I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
And here begins DLC number 2. In case you guys were curious about the dwarves, since we never got to see that much of their culture, there's an unsent letter from a miner, Lord Ferender. I shouldn't have to remind you of the mining cast's importance to Orzammar, but apparently not even the ancestors can say when you last visited the memories. The lyrium trade is the only reason our kingdom still stands. It is what keeps the king's coffers fat so that he may play a part in whatever little wars are raging on the surface. But lyrium is as dangerous as it is profitable. And when I write to you saying that earthquakes are threatening one of our most lucrative mines, I expect a faster response. Something unnatural is afoot. The shaft rats coming out of their holes chanting nonsense. Even my own crew, men and women I've worked with since I was a child, claim to hear something in the tremors. I don't care who or what you send to help us, just do it quickly. Ordell the miner.
Keep your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
Thankfully, we don't have to go jumping around. This is not as straightforward as you might think. In the Frostback Basin, all we had to do was just run around this set region. Over here, things are a little different. From this ridge, exposed sections of the deep roads are visible below. There's history in the rock split by these earthquakes, and for those without sure footing, a particularly dangerous fall. Down, down, deeper we go. How deep do we go? No one knows.
An ogre!
I hate the deep roads.
Heard you the first time. By the way, ogres are Darkspawn.
While it's distracted.
Where are you? This thing is very powerful. And quite dangerous too. It also seems to be immune to spirit damage.
It's not focused on us. Now's the time to attack.
That's especially dangerous. all we can do is continue our assault.
No! While it's distracted!
Come on, buddy. Cassandra's having a little hard time, a bit of a harder time staying alive.
Right now!
Come on, buddy. Just a little bit more. And it's finally down.
Just returning the favor.
If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed. Let us hurry.
We have a new entry about ogres. Maybe I'll read that. But first, let me reassign this. What exactly are ogres? Well, they're not exactly your run-of-the-mill ogres from Lord of the Rings. Or is it? Ogres, ogres, ogres. Also, if you'll notice at the bottom of these entries, notice how there's a bar. That is because we did not complete the research on these creatures. Remember when we get those yellow coded items and we had to turn those in for research bonuses? That's why. Now, where the heck is Ogre? There it is. Well, it doesn't really explain what they are. This is more of a story. I'll just scroll through it if you guys want to see it. And then we'll move on. Down into the deep roads we go.
Stench of Darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air.
Is there anything that leads down over there from up here? No. Yes, I know there's the sound of battle, which we shall join in just a moment. Just want to double check, see if there's any items here. No. Moving on.
That's the broken seal ahead. It is worse than I thought.
Get those charges to the tunnels! Someone prime the sonic fuses!
We can't lose this position! Hurry!
Ah, great. My fire mines are disabled.
Set the charges with those
What rotten luck.
bastards on our backs.
Clear out the Darkspawn!
Genlocks. These used to be the most common enemies in Dragon Age 1. Yeah, this is a bummer. Our stuff is not activating. Back away, you guys. Back away. And also, keep your barriers up. Dorian, why are you doing... What are you doing right next to this hole? We're almost done. Just gotta continue slaying everyone around us.
That's got him on their heels. Keep it up.
And then let's activate the lyrium charges. Now let's rush back and we'll be fine. Nicely done. Once everything is handled, this side's going to be sealed. And then we gotta create our camping grounds.
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that.
Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
How many deep roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thetis to the other, if you have a death wish.
The roads once connected dwarven cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the Darkspawn. Ren and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah. The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. Asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
You can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
Anyone recognize his voice? He's known to be a hater, if you catch my drift.
We can't give the Darkspawn a chance to regroup. Let's hit them again before they mount another attack.
Normally, that would be the plan. But there is a complication.
Take cover!
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
How could an earthquake be caused deliberately?
We get plenty of natural tremors down here. These are different. She thinks she knows why.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Ren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity, but now... The text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the First Blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away. And there's no mention of the Titans in Orzamar's memories.
Which tells you something.
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense. And Vaulta's better than most. She never gets lost.
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god?
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
Mysterious songs often lure people to their deaths, or to an archdemon.
This rhythm isn't a song, exactly. It sounds like air flowing through lungs.
Air that can collapse a whole mine.
Dangerous, then. But a magic unique to the deep roads might be worth investigating.
I'm here to stop earthquakes from destroying the mines. I don't care what's causing them.
A woman of action. Good. For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
Okay, so this is where the exploration of the deep roads happens. We have to use the expedition table to complete unique operations called expeditions found in this area of the deep roads. Expeditions do not appear on the war table in Skyhold. This is going to be a literal dungeon crawl. We do have our camp here if you need to do some things.
The Inquisition is on everyone's lips. Even the Assembly has taken an interest. In his younger years, King Harrowmont would have greeted you personally. But he is too old now for such a journey.
How does one become a shaper of memories?
I was born with a keen stone sense. It caught the Shaper's attention. But my passion for history earned me the title. It was never really a choice.
You seem quite excited by the idea that these Titans may exist.
My connection to the stone allows me to hear it, but I can only listen. Titans can sing through the stone. It is extraordinary. We call ourselves children of the stone. What does that make the Titans?
What's life like in Orzammar?
I haven't lived in Orzammar for 3 years, but I receive updates. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
Do you miss living there?
I do sometimes. Particularly the easy access to a warm bath and clean clothes. But the importance of my work outweighs the comforts of the city.
How's the political climate in Orzammar?
There have been riots due to food shortages, but they will pass, I hope. I've no doubt some Deshers will try to use the situation for their own gain. but the king has a good hold over the Assembly.
What are Deshers?
Members of the Assembly, all noble-born. Through the Assembly, they govern Orzammar. The king presides over them.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined.
There's no way for someone to change castes?
It is possible for a member of the lower caste to marry above their station, but only their children's caste will improve. Similarly, when dwarves are made casteless, so are their descendants.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined.
Okay, so that just repeats.
That's enough about Orzammar.
Of course.
And that's about it.
Thanks for the insight, Shaper.
My pleasure, Inquisitor.
We'll speak another time.
How about we learn more from Lieutenant Wren?
I've been meaning to ask, Inquisitor. Skyhold, how does it, well, hold in the sky?
The old fall into the sky routine.
How do you keep it from floating away?
It's built into a mountain.
Held by the stone, then.
Shaper Volta said you're a veteran of the Blight.
I was a wet-nosed recruit.
But you survived.
Swing your axe long enough, you're bound to hit something.
You must have racked up a few stories.
Maybe when this is all over, I'll have the time and ale to tell them.
Most of Wren's stories end with decapitation.
I'm an efficient guy.
I'd like to know more about the Legion of the Dead.
The Legion's pretty straightforward. We keep the Darkspawn out of Orzammar, and we're sodding good at it. Becoming a Legionnaire is a lifelong oath, one that can't be broken. We celebrate our own funerals before coming to the Deep Roads. As far as our families in Orzammar are concerned, we're already dead. Hence the name.
That's quite the commitment.
It isn't a glamorous life. Every Legionnaire has their own reasons for joining. From the common criminal to the deep lord with illusions of grandeur. All are accepted.
What about you? Why did you join?
I had a responsibility.
A historian and a soldier. That's an unlikely friendship.
What makes you think we're friends?
The bickering.
Fair enough. Malta's got the stones of a silent sister. Doesn't mean I won't give her a hard time.
If you close your eyes and listen well, you can already start to imagine him spinning a tale about a fight between East and West.
Thanks for your time.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Okay, now the operations table. We have multiple operations we need to complete here. For one, the Deep Roads. This is the grand subterranean passageways connecting the Dwarven Empire's greatest taigs. But there are Darkspawn. For example, we can improve the Legion camp. We can improve the Legion camps. They would greatly benefit from additional logistical support at the main Legion of the Dead camp. Additional crafting tables can be constructed and a quartermaster brought in to offer basic goods and services. This can be done instantaneously. And voila. Now we have crafting tables and a quartermaster. And I think that's the only one that we have here. Over on this side, nothing has opened up yet. But more will. Oh, nothing has opened up yet. Let's continue. In case you didn't want to travel back and forth between Skyhold, you can craft your stuff here. And I think there's nothing else to explore around here, is there?
The Legion is honored by your presence.
Not really. When it's quiet. Dearest Iora, this will never reach you, none of my letters will, but writing helps me cope with having joined the Legion. For all the death I have already seen, there are wonders down here, and I wish you could see them. When it's quiet, there are still hints of what the deep roads used to be. Right now I'm sitting under the crumbling statue of a paragon. I asked Ansa if she knew who it was, but the face is cracked. I like to think it's Endrin Stonehammer, or Marok the Maul. Though I know you favor Astit the Grey. Back home, I never cared about our history. Remember old Osteg shouting about Orzamar's former glory? Naming tags he'd never visited and people he'd only read about? I laughed at him. But being down here, seeing what we've lost, there are more than roads, Iora. They connect our empire, let our culture flourish. The stone accepted us and we lived and moved within her. Now we cling to her like someone drowning. Forgive me. All my letters end the same. The Legionnaires are not a very cheerful lot. And oh hey, we got more dragon materials here. Sweet. Very good. Let's go ahead and continue down over here. It's going to be mostly floor after floor of dungeon crawling.
I hope we don't run into an emissary.
Oh. Now we definitely will.
I take it emissaries are bad?
Most Darkspawn are mindless killing machines, connected by the Blight. But emissaries are intelligent, and use magic.
I hope you guys like elevator rides because there are a ton of them. Yeah, this is going to be somewhat linear.
Shrieks. It had to be shrieks.
I thought you'd be used to all kinds of Darkspawn.
Look, everyone's got their favorites.
Yeah, you got that right. Everyone has favorites. Mine are the Hurlocks. What are yours? Oh no. Not good for Dorian. And how the heck did they already kill off Dorian? Dang it, dude, you're supposed to stay alive. We can open that up, but over here in this room, we can unlock an expedition. The pride of Nalthur. The words, "Let them eat steak," are etched into the side of this well-worn tankard. It's supposed to be a play on "Let them eat cake." I mean, who wouldn't want to eat steak? Kolg's journal. A torn page from a journal. "Stone blind cold," they chanted. Their grubby fingers pushed my face into the ground and scraped the flesh from my ear, spilled blood. 2 thumbs made black spots in my vision. Their voices were loud, so loud. But I heard the loudest, the stone. When they left me in the quiet dark, she remained. Yeah, she remained. Her soft lullaby told me of a way I could return, a song of my own. Filled with mother's love, I gathered singing stone by hand. They said it would poison me, but mother would never do that, not to her son. Within the melody are secrets meant only for me.
This belonged to an exiled dwarf. He was experimenting with raw lyrium.
Let me make a save and reload this because my fire mines are not activating. Now, who would be so crazy enough to experiment with raw lyrium? Alright, fire mines are now active. Let's keep pushing. And what the heck is that?
This door. There's something strange about it. Looks like our construction, but...
It's missing gears.
we have to find them. It's our only way through. That gear will fit the door. Keep an eye out for others.
Gears. This requires 3 gears. Let's look around. There's one over there. And a room full of Darkspawn over there.
This
Well,
gear is warm to the touch.
I don't recognize that metal, but we should only need one more.
there's an emissary. Notice here that enemies are almost immune to fire and ice. Almost all of them are immune to those. This is why you want lightning damage over fire and ice. And it kind of sucks. Pretty much 2/3 of your arsenal useless. I think there's a pattern to these fires that we need to light up. How do we mess with this? There are treasures in there. I don't see any... no notes, no nothing that suggests how to light this thing on fire. Okay, so it's 4, 2. Four, 2, and 1. Let's grab all 3 of these. There's only one good item. But after that, we're free to head out. What was that sound? I think this might be the way forward. But instead of going here, let's rewind. Oh, never mind. This is fine. It's just a storeroom. We should be good then. What's this letter? It's another page from Kolg's journal. The song is soft but hard to crack. I hear the words. I even taste them. But I cannot say them. Maybe Mother needs me to remove my teeth. Ugh. It's the mind of madness. The words on every page in this book have been crossed out. Spidery, scribbled notes fill the margins. Builders' towers, such an odd game. Not just for children, no. Big cannot cover small, left moves right, piece by piece. They'll never know. They'll never find what happens when the towers move. I found it, but I have no need of it anymore. Oh, it's for this puzzle here. I think there's a way for us to complete this puzzle. How we're supposed to complete this thing. Hang on. And then move that over here. And then over here, I think. The trick is that we're supposed to move the pile all the way to the right. It's pretty simple, I think. Requires a bit of work. And then this thing goes over here. This goes here. That one goes there. It's a minor logic puzzle. Not the hardest one, though. Then we'll just move this one over here. Take off this one. Whoops, never mind. Put that one over there. Move that pile there. And now I think we're free to move everything over. Whoops, hang on. Put that one there. Put this one over here. Put that there. And then, whoops, not that one. Grab this one, grab that one. And there we go.
Only a Lyrian out of mind would hide secrets behind such madness.
I mean, it wasn't that hard. Now we just need to open up our loot. This is what we're after. I mean, it's not the greatest reward.
Ren, I'm sorry about Bernat. You served with him a long time.
It was quick. And Bernat returned to the stone with honor. We should all be so lucky.
It's all right to be upset.
I'm too old to be upset.
Anything more here? Nope. Nothing here. Alright, after you've gathered everything and explored everything that you wanted, let's make our way over to the door with all of the cogs. And this is only the first floor, too. Elaborate hand-carved stamps have formed the smudged ink letters on this parchment into a symmetrical pattern. I obey the Creator. My tasks are clear. Commands will be fulfilled. Barriers, divisions to conquer. Mazes, prisons to redeem. Carvings, wounds to heal. My 3 sacred duties, I must not fail. Doubt is my companion. Write down the questions. Hope to learn answers. Who weaves the sigil? What does it summon? What does it trigger? The Creator knows everything, but still I ask, why am I chosen? Well, as if this wasn't creepy enough. Put in the cogs, and then we can pull the lever. The only way to get back is to fast travel. Actually, I don't think there's even fast traveling here. Weird.
It's open. Keep any gears we find. We may need more. And if we don't, I want to study them. Whatever they're made of wasn't mine down here.
We gotta try our best to find more of those. Oh, come on. Fire mines are useless here. Instead, you might be better off using some other electricity-based option. Well, that seemed to work. Let's not rush forward yet. I at least want to have a look at the area. There's one cog.
It echoes through the stone. This way.
There's another cog. We got 1, 2. This is just iron. Never mind. We don't need that. You'll always want to keep pulsing for more and more items you can pick up.
Another strange door. Who put these here? And why?
This one uses a different kind of gear from the others.
We don't have to open it. My stone sense leads the other way. Though I am curious to see the other side.
You always are.
Whenever I see a locked door, I think, can I open this? Some of the hand-stamped ink letters on this parchment are quickly or hastily smeared over each other. Only the following words are legible. The Creator provides tools. Burning wheels lower gates. I break the lines. Forge the broken sigil. Lock the way behind. Claws raking the door. Scatter all the keys. What trails my steps, it does not matter. There is only forward. Creepy.
That scar on your nose is new.
Yeah. Fell out of bed.
You sleep on the ground.
Surprised me too.
Ah, crap. We got a boss over here. The Revenant. What used to be one of the hardest bosses in Dragon Age Origins. Oh no, you're not done yet. Come back here. And yet that doesn't work. Alright, all of the enemies left are these zombies. That's fine. We can deal with them. Where's the last guy? Perfect. Every last enemy is now down. There's a lot of loot too. Anything useful? Not that I can tell. I mean, that's one good belt, but I think we got one before. Lots of velveteen. And what is this right here? Warden Ailsa's diary. I've never had a diary before. The wardens kept me too busy. But now I'm dying, and there's no one to talk to. I'm alone with the music in my head growing louder. I always wondered how wardens knew when they heard the calling. I asked Liam once after too many drinks. You'll know, he said. And I did. At first it was just a whisper. A creak in the door hinge I could put off oiling. But soon all I could hear was the music. It was there when I swung my staff and wiped the sweat from my brow. It lingered in Liam's laughter and stalked my dreams. I can't explain the sound, the song, but I knew. It's a poison that grows in the mind, then consumes the body. I came here to die, in death, sacrifice, but I won't go quietly. I cut through the Darkspawn horde, expecting to find only more of them, the deeper I traveled. But nothing has matched my expectations. Deep roads brought to mind Darkspawn, dwarven ruins, caverns, and death. But there's an entire underground world here. Just today I came across plants with lyrium-streaked veins. I took a bath in a lake that held crisp, fresh water and cautious animals large and small that I'd never seen before. I can't be the first warden to witness such wonders. I was distracted by the curiosities yesterday. Was it yesterday? I let my guard down, got comfortable. Easy to do when you know death is inevitable. But then I stumbled across something horrible. I smelled it before I saw it. Bodies. Hurlocks, Genlocks, creatures I didn't recognize. Hundreds of them. Mutilated. Tortured and thrown into pits. I ran. Didn't see the hole. Can't move my legs. They look like they should hurt, but I can't feel it. The music is too loud, and the hunger too strong. I can still crawl. I don't want to die like this. Famous last words of the Warden Ailsa. And there's a sketch of the deep roads.
This Grey Warden had a map. Could be important.
Could be treasure. Could be something useful. Oh, we can't stop now. We have to keep pushing forward. You know what this place reminds me of? It's very similar to the Lord of the Rings movie. You know, when they go down into the Mines of Moria. It's almost as if... Yeah, it's as if they just, like, ripped all the designs from that one last area. There we are. Don't worry about our companions, they'll live. We're playing on Nightmare mode, but even so, these enemies are tanky as hell.
You killed Darkspawn like you've been doing it your whole life, Inquisitor.
He means that as a compliment.
You're famous, even down here. Is it true you killed a dragon?
Magnificent creatures. Bringing one down is always bittersweet.
I can't even imagine. Tell me about their teeth. I've heard they don't all breathe fire, and their scales have different colors and patterns.
Careful, Ren. I believe you're drooling.
Now, how do we find that treasure? It's got to be down here somewhere, right? I hope it's not too far off, otherwise we're gonna have to come back. Spiders, Darkspawn. What else do we have down here? Maybe there's a Balrog somewhere hiding. Oh great, an ogre. Let's not go down that way yet. There are archers over on this side. Take care of them first. I'd recommend saving your rift if you can. And there we go. Right on cue. Come on, big guy. Anybody else want to join the Circle of Death? This is also why you want to front load as much of those hidden blades as possible. You end up fighting so many enemies down here. And if you're on Nightmare mode, it gets even worse. Come on, guys. A little help, please. And I think that's everything. Now, did we pick up all of the gears? Hang on here. There's got to be more somewhere around here, right? The game wants us to look at those bodies, but I say no. That can wait. As you saw earlier, some of those gears can be hidden in some wacky areas.
There's nothing left of them. Can't even tell who they were.
I'm sorry, Ren.
You join the Legion knowing you're already dead. You don't fear the killing blow. We rest in the stone and pass our strength back to her. That's our reward. But the Darkspawn defiled these soldiers. They can't return to the stone. They'd only weaken her.
There must be some way to lay them to rest with honor.
We can burn the remains.
Aye. That's all we can do.
Is it me, or how would you be able to vent all this smoke down here? I mean, it's one thing to have torches, but another to have, like, smoke billowing everywhere. I see no other thing here.
Look at that, Ren. Could this be Hedron?
Darkspawn all over it. You can see their torches.
Even Darkspawn appreciate a little mood lighting.
We're getting close to something.
Aye. The fight of our lives.
A letter to Merchant Levnog, predating the first blight. Levnog. More of the brand refused to make the journey to Hedron Tig. Rumors of the incident has spread, and no amount of coin or beatings could persuade them. I asked Miner Vasov to send the Isana shipment with his own crew, but I've yet to receive a reply. I inquired if anyone else has heard from their Hedron contacts. Nothing. I worry that it has something to do with those creatures that wear the faces of the dead. Apparently the king himself is leading a troop of warriors to check on the situation. Needless to say, the shipment will be late. I just hope it arrives at all. Signed, Joden. Also, here's our first fast travel station. That's good because now we don't have to make the long trek back here. We can explore here too, but hang on. That's Rashvine. There's no way past over here. The first floor is already explored. We are currently right over here. And now we need to make our way down to the third floor. There are 6 floors in total. We started off at the Fissure, made our way through the Warrens. We are currently at the Hedron Tig. We have the Forgotten Caverns, Bastion of the Pure, and the Wellspring. I'm going to go ahead and head back here. We need to refill up on potions anyway. And there's also the issue of the expedition table. Recovering barrel treasure. The Inquisition has located several casks of dwarven ale in one of the upper rooms of the Darkspawn Warrens. Recovering them intact could be challenging, but success could mean a sizable boost to morale for the legions stationed in the area. This doesn't require any time. That's good. The Inquisition has recovered several casks of dwarven ale from the Darkspawn Warrens. One has been installed in the camp shared with the Inquisition, and the rest have been shipped to the other Legion of the Dead outposts in the area. And then over here, we can rebuild the upper bridge of Hydranteig. The Inquisition has identified a location near the entrance to Hydranteig that is ripe for exploration and recovery efforts. A construction team could build a bridge that grants access to several dwarven ruins at the top of the Teig. This also requires no time at all. Use whichever option you want. The construction team has completed a bridge near the entrance to Hydranteig that will allow Inquisition forces to explore several dwarven ruins at the top of the Teig. Awesome. Now what about the Uncharted Abyss? Still nothing. I thought we explored all the the Darkspawn Warrens. Maybe not. In any case, let's fast travel back. There we are. Notice how at first there was nothing to extend from end to end. Now we can go down the middle. But first, let me have a look over here. Oh wait. Never mind. This elevator will take us to the next floor. Fair enough. We'll take it when we're ready. Right now, let's continue exploring. There's a cache over there if you didn't fast travel back. And if you still need more potions, let's go over here.
When fighting Darkspawn. Their blood's poison.
Thanks for the warning.
There was this Carter boy, Vaughn, who joined the Legion around the same time I did. Fast with daggers. Could poke 50 holes in a Hurlock before the Blighter knew what happened. Daggers are messy. Vaughn swallowed some spatter. Took him 3 days to die.
We need to work on your stories, Grizzly.
Something that you never wanted to know about fighting hand-to-hand combat. Swallowing your opponent's blood. Oh great, more spiders. Here's another ancient gear. Where's the other spider? Where are you going? Oh no, you don't. Now what's in over here? Looks like a bedroom. I'm guessing this is a house. The Nug King. All praise the Nug King. Sate his appetite with cheese. Older is better. Wait, hang on. All praise the Nug King. Sate his appetite with cheese? Sate his appetite with cheese. Okay, that's a haiku.
What is this here? Perhaps there's a use for it.
We're gonna turn the Nug King into a nugget. Now, where's the big old guy? Must not be here. Also, in regards to this, where is the codex thing? I think it should be somewhere down here-ish. It's at the bottom of something. Probably not over here. We took a look over on this side. What about the other side? Maybe it's over there? It could be. Provided we can jump down there. What was that roar? This place is creepy as hell. Oh, and hey, another gear. We can install something around here, I think. There it is. These hand-stamped smudged ink letters are barely legible, overlapping each other in tight spirals on the parchment. Redemption should follow sacrifice, the Creator promised me. I end without hope, every command a lie, each task a trap. Divided, I am conquered. The sigil breaks me. Something back there. Didn't even stand a chance. After I finish exploring this room, I think I have to call it a night. What's in here? Oh crap. Oh no, you don't. Of course it's an emissary. Why wouldn't it be? It is very strong. But thankfully you can lock it down by freezing it. Or not. Come here, bud. Use everything you have at your disposal. Don't let it live. And down it goes. We'll grab the artifacts there. And that seems to be about it for here. There's another dwarven mug. A rune is attached. On the side opposite it reads Bodan and Sons, quality wares and enchantments. Ah. We haven't seen Bodan and what's-his-face in a long time. I wonder if they're going to be in the third game. I mean, not the third game, the fourth game. Probably not likely because the game is set like 10 years after this one. Wherever Bodan is, he's probably long gone by now. Alright, I think this is where we need to go down. Trouble is, there's no real way to jump down. Let me make a save here and perhaps we can, you know, do a little spelunking. Not bad. Well, you made it down at least. I wonder if it's over here that we need to jump down to, or maybe it's on the other side. Could be over there even. I don't see any other way for us to get down from here. There are no good platforms. Let me just do this right here. There we are. Nothing is over here. We can make that gap. I don't even know why the game killed me there. It's not like I was planning on jumping over there. But there's an invisible barrier. Instead, over here we got a supply cache. I guess we might as well down some potions. Grab that. And we can continue making our way around. What was that chattering? Spooky. Yeah, ignore that thing over there. Also another supply cache. I don't know if we can get to that side from here. Maybe if we take that side around, I think we should. Otherwise, there is another gear over here. And I hear something growling over there. Yeah, we're taking the long way around. More grumblings. And another gear over there. It's essential that you keep collecting these gears. It's not going to give you a number, but you're going to need them in order to continue unlocking those doors.
Lost a good soldier in the roads once. She fell down a hole. Found her 3 days later.
He loves this story.
She spent a whole day telling us all the strange things she saw while lost. A golden longbow floating in the air. Packs of hairless children hunting nugs. A giant skeleton on a throne.
Was it true?
Never found out. She woke up the next day. Couldn't remember any of it.
Here's another ancient gear. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that lever over here pulls down the lift that we saw up above earlier. Yeah, I think that might be the right one. That's good news for us because there's another series of ledges that we didn't go down. And there we are. I thought for sure we already discovered all the Darkspawn warrens. We opened those gates. Have made the camp. I still need to find 2 more of those. And as for the collections... where is it? That's not it. Alright. Oh crap. Oh crap. Well, that sucks. Didn't see that gap. Now, where the heck is that one? Oh, there it is. Mind your step. It's a long way down. Unless you happen to take this series of ledges. There's got to be something over here, right? So far, no good. Come on. Let's head back up then. Not that way. What the heck? Now I gotta repeat this. I think I would have preferred jumping all the way down instead of falling halfway through. And then having to redo the climb back down. Okay, so carefully... There we go. I mean, that was pretty careful, right? That was not careful. My barrier ran out. And crap. Why can I not make that jump? I do like that this isn't strictly linear. I mean, you don't have to take these elevators down if you don't want to. But I can't help but feel that these locations are constructed not with any real desire for, you know, helping to complement the game, but more because, like, the designers just had extra wiggle room. There we go. Grab the tonics belt. And the stamina amulet. There's also a schematic as well if you want it. There we go. I still see no treasure. No matter how much I'm pulsing, there is nothing. Okay, we're making our way down. That's good enough. There's something over there. Probably another cog. I'll take that. There's a superb ring of life drain. Helpful if you find yourself losing a lot of health. There are 22 cogs down here somewhere. 22. And yet we've found 4 of them already. I think this might be it. I don't see any other places we can jump to. And there's that. We came down from that side already once, and then we came down from this side over here. I wonder if there's any more. That might be another spot. Let me come back up here. Alright, so we came down that side. Made our way across over there. And I thought I saw like an extra place down over here. I mean, there's a path down over there. We already went to that side. So I'm thinking we can jump down this side. In order to get down here, let's throw down a quick barrier. And then, whoops. Well, at least we're down here. And then slip and slide down over here. How the hell, did we even go over there? No, I think we did. I think we went down there the first time around. It's hard to keep track of things. Especially when there are so many routes. I think perhaps... Now we were here before. What the hell? So what the heck? How were you supposed to travel down that side over there? Or wait. Did we already go over there? This is really confusing. Maybe you can drop down to that side. Of course, there's that side over there. Wait, hang on. Wrong map. Alright, double checking these areas. That spot I think is inaccessible for us right now. There was a small building right over the edge over here. Will the game allow us to lower ourselves down there? Who knows? Yeah, I don't think it's possible for us to go down where we were last time. At least it's the same path. Like, there's no way you can jump over there. That's where we were before. But this little area, I'm curious to see if we can land right in the center. No, never mind. In that case, I think we've explored everything down here. So yeah, I think that's a good start to the dark or deep roads. We'll come back to this another time. That's going to be all for tonight. It's almost midnight here and I gotta step off. If you guys are currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Any comments or questions are welcome. List them down below for me, please. Share the video. And also subscribe. If you've missed out on any of our previous play sessions with Dragon Age, including the main story campaign or DLC number 1, hit up our channel. Check out the playlist over there. And if you guys want, you can also check out some of the other videos and some of the other games we've been playing. If you're over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information, or hit up our hashtag LunarlightVault. If you'd like to help sponsor our giveaways, or if you'd like to help sponsor our channel in general, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. You can also purchase a channel membership for ongoing support. or a super chat or super thanks. But if not, don't worry about it. Please continue watching our videos, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us at our backup channel at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames and hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. I think we'll have another session tomorrow, but for now, take care, and we'll see you guys again soon.